Hello, guys. Good morning. Good day. I am welcoming you formally to yet another day in Field Youth Rediscovery Project, a platform, a channel dedicated for the cause of the youth. Today, we'll be taking it to another dimension, a dimension where we hear from a young lady who has taken time to exalt us on how life should go. If you want to make it in life, these are processes, these are ways and means we can go about it. So let us listen to the lady.
One of the prayers I do not pray is that God should give me money. You need to stop praying for money to fall into your bank account, because you cannot pray money into your bank account. I know many of us were raised to believe that if you fast long enough, if you shout amen loud enough, or you sow a dangerous seed, dollars and naira will start appearing like manna from heaven. But let me tell you, it doesn't work that way. You will shout, and yet nothing will change until you understand that God designed money to respond to principles, not emotions. There are laid down principles for creating wealth, and here is the shocking part of it. Even an atheist who applies these principles will prosper, while a tongue-speaking firebrand Christian who ignores them will stay broke. It is not injustice, it is just the natural order of things. Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 18 said something, but remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the power to get wealth. Did you see that? God doesn't give you money, He gives you the power to get it. Now, when we're talking of power here, it can mean skills, ideas, opportunities, and strength. If you don't work that power, you are still going to be broke. I know Christians who have been praying for money since I was a child. Today, they are still poor. Why? Because prayer is not a substitute for productivity. You cannot replace principles with emotions and expect prosperity. Stop sowing seeds and expecting a magic credit alert from heaven. So, because you want to give, stop shouting, "My helper must locate me," while refusing to develop skills. Solve problems and create value. Stop blaming witches and wizards and village people, because the real demons keeping many Christians poor is laziness disguised as spirituality. Listen carefully. If you want financial freedom, you need to do less begging and more building. Stop sweating on the altar of our money. Sweat in the marketplace instead. Money flows towards value, not towards tears. If you want more income, increase your competence. If you want financial stability, learn how money works. If you want to be wealthy, multiply what is already in your hand. So heaven has already done its part. Jesus died to save your soul, but it is your responsibility to save your own wallet. So God gave you the brain, the hands, and the strength. If you refuse to use them, you will pray until your voice cracks, and poverty will still answer, "Amen." This is not a curse, it is law. You cannot fast your way into wealth. You work, you learn, you grow, and you build. So wake up, apply the principles, and watch how God multiplies your efforts.
So, having listened to this our wonderful sister, there are a lot of take home that we need to go home with from what this our young lady has said. One of the experiences we are taking home from what this young lady says is that God don't give money, God gives wealth. In other words, it is not enough to continue to pray to God to give you money. It is also not enough to continue to sow seed in the church and look forward for God to give you money. All these things are important. Prayers for wealth, prayer for money is very important. Sowing seed is all very, very important. But what we are saying, or what this young lady is trying to bring out to us, is that we should not lose focus in doing hard work, in making sure that you use what you have and ask God to do the rest. That is one experience. Another experience is that hard work is key to success. In other words, you don't need to fold your hand and continue to sleep in your house. Wake up from morning, continue to browse on your phone, do all manner of things every day, and expect manna to come to fall from heaven. No. You must utilize and maximize that God-given gift that is inherent in you. This is another key experience. Another thing again is that financial freedom. For you to get financial freedom, then you need to do less begging. If you want to make sure that you have little problem about whether you get money or not, Use what you have in you. Stop begging people. Stop looking out to people to do this or do that for you. There's nothing wrong in reaching out to people to support you, but a lot of things is wrong when people are supporting you and you are not maximizing the opportunity that support is bringing to you. Another thing again, that this sister's exhortation have brought out is the issue of our village people, our wicked uncles, witches and wizards. She said it very practical. We pay less attention to that. We are not saying those things are not there. They are out there. But how much have you helped yourself to blame less your wicked uncle and blame less your village people? You must do your own first. I want to assure you that most of the problem that we go through in life is not all about our village people. They are not all about wicked uncles. It is inherent in us. So please, my fellow younger ones, this opportunity is for us to constantly pick one or two things to go home with and go and see how much you can use this to develop yourself. You can use this to grow yourself and upgrade yourself, because we have in a challenging world, and until you discover yourself, most of all these challenges will continue to be there. I want to thank you today again for listening. This is for you, and I believe this will go a long way to stirring you up, to spurring you to action. And at the end of the day, I want to assure you that there's light at the end of the tunnel. So thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me in Facebook, and also most importantly in YouTube. I'm very, very visible in this platform. So thank you for listening. I remain your very counselor, the one you call Ogbuefi Kingsley Bash Ngene. Thank you.